and Bob was there,
Mm.
and they had a cassette of Catch a Fire. It hadn't come out yet.
Mm-hmm.
And played it for me. I just thought, well, this is the best record I ever heard.
Yep. What was
And
your first impression when you saw Bob Marley for the first time? How was your feeling?
I felt like this guy was like a major star. He was going to be an icon. I felt
I
it right away from the
yeah.
first beginning of hearing the first song, Concrete Jungle. I
Mhm.
was like, oh my God, this guy is singing that.
Yeah.
And the production sounds like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just completely blown away. And I had my friends in New York.
When you discovered Catch a Fire, what was your genre of music? You were more into rock and roll, heavy metal, rock and roll, like
No, I
metal.
learned to play harmonica listening to blues records.
Okay.
But that was my background.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned to play, listening to Little Walter and James Cotton and Sonny Boy Williamson,
Mm-hmm.
Howlin' Wolf,
Yep.
just listening to those records and learning those riffs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Bob liked the harmonica because it was very rootsy.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't something, also it was different for Jamaican music. It
Yep.
was very little harmonica. There was a little bit, but very,
Yep.
very little.
Yep. Yep.
So it was very unusual to have
Yep.
they call it mouth organ in a Jamaican record.
Yep.
And
So
my friends,
mhm.
oh, sorry.
No. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah.
So I had really close friends from college
Mm-hmm.
that were the biggest herb dealers in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And they had it's called like a stash house.
Mm-hmm.
It was an apartment on the Upper West Side. And in what would have been the bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
they had a false wall and it opened electronically.
Mm-hmm.
Like you pressed the button, the wall came up. So I took Bob there, and when the wall came up, there was all these bales
Mm-hmm.
sealed in, crocus sacks sealed in plastic,
Mm-hmm.
15 to 20 pounds each one.
Yep.
And Bob just thought, who is this gangster taking
Yeah.
me here? And the herb was really good. It was probably better than any herb he was smoking in Jamaica.
Okay. Better than the Jamaican one. It was
It was
good.
Colombian.
Oh.
At that time, it was Colombian.
Mm.
And my friends had the best.
Yep.
So, we just really hit it off like that.
Yep.
And he was in New York to buy equipment for the band, to take back to Jamaica, to start rehearsing,
Mm-hmm.
to go
Mm-hmm.
on tour for promote the Catch a Fire album.
Mm-hmm. I read a cool story about you helped Bob to buy his famous popular Led Gibson. I read that. Can you tell us the story?
Well, I thought it would be there was a street in New York on 48th Street, the whole block
Mm-hmm.
was music stores.
Okay.
And the whole music world, whether you were buying your first instrument or
Even the biggest bands.
yeah. I remember we saw Carlos Santana there. And
Oh, okay. In that same day or in those times?
yeah, when I went around with Bob to help him buy the equipment.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I remember Carlos Santana was there. We didn't say anything to him,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and he didn't know who Bob was.
But now he knows. He's super fan
Yeah, he wears Bob Marley T-shirts on stage, and
all the time, and yeah, he loves
but
Bob. Yeah.
I I was trying to get Bob to buy that guitar,
Hmm.
and he had a budget, and he had to buy amps and all this stuff, and he actually did not buy that guitar then. But when he went on tour to England,
Hmm.
he bought it in England. The same guitar that we picked out.
So he bought it in New York and sent it to Europe?
No. He didn't buy it in New York.
Oh, okay.
He picked it out. He liked it, but he had like all this other stuff he had to buy, and he was afraid it was gonna be too much. But then when he went to England, he bought it there.
He saw the same one. This is the one, and he bought it there.
Yeah, because it made sense, because it looked and it had this natural wood finish, which fit into his persona, and also it was lightweight.
Yep.
And it had that guitar has a beautiful tone.
Yeah, it was made of wood. It's lighter, right?
And it was very lightweight. So I figured he's gonna be singing and playing guitar, and it would be easy for him to move on stage with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, but by that time, he bought it before starting the Burning tour. Is that correct? Because this was
I think he bought it in England, on the Catch a Fire tour, I think. But I'm not. I don't remember completely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't. Probably have to look at if there's some photos of him at Max's Kansas City. I don't know. I haven't seen any. But
So, but by the time you start working with Bob, you knew Esther Anderson before Bob, or once you know Bob, then you
Esther
you can tell us the
introduced
story.
me. Esther introduced me to Chris Blackwell, and I met Esther from my French girlfriend who produced the short movie, and was also acting in it in Paris. And when I was starting to put together what was going to be my first feature, she was friends with Esther. And Esther had just recently starred in a big Hollywood movie called Warm December opposite Sidney Poitier. So I went to England to try to convince her to sign up to go to Chile for free.
And that's when she met Bob Marley.
No. I went to England to convince her to come for 20 days to Chile to work in this movie. And when I went to see her, when I got to London, I was actually staying with my Brazilian friends. That's a whole other chapter. But because I had been living in Brazil, I was part of the Tropicalia movement.
A lot of art was going on there, right?
Yeah, it was a military government, so it was very dangerous. All my Brazilian friends were making things counter to the military. Anyway, that prepared me. I was in prison in Rio. but it kind of prepared me for Jamaica.
For Jamaica, yeah.
Yeah, because I was in the middle of this fight.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Uh,
And then once you got to Jamaica, the same thing was going on there. Even worse,
yeah,
right?
so like going to Trenchtown with Bob every day, I wasn't afraid at all because
You were with
I
Bob.
thought I was with Bob, but I felt like I had been living in Rio in a more what I thought was a more dangerous situation.
Yeah. Yeah. So how was like
Anyway,
walking on Trenchtown Rock with Bob and with these rude guys? He was friend of. It is known that he was friend with the bad guys, the good guys, because he grew up in the ghetto. So you were scared at that time, like you remember, like you've been scared, or
yeah, I
not at
wasn't
all?
scared because so since I wasn't scared,
Yeah.
it was more easily accepted into the
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You were embraced.
Yeah, I was like, no, this is not scary at all.
Yeah.
Being, for being in prison in Rio, that was scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had lived through that, and also being with Bob, I felt like I was among artists,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I was naive to this because I felt, because we were artists,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
that we would be somehow immune to the violence.
Yep. Yep.
But of course, I was wrong. It proved to be naive and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I had moved out of the house at Hope Road before the assassination, but I mean, I
You
had
moved
been living
before
there. I was
same year.
living there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was working with Peter
Yeah. Yeah.
after the Naughty Dread tour.
Yeah.
So
So
I was gone.
uh, so once you start working with Bob, there's a lot of pictures that were credited to Esther, but you took the picture, or sometimes the opposite. Maybe Esther took the picture on Bob, and then it's you have the credits. So did you you
Credits
and
for
Esther
what?
Anderson work together to kind of become like Mega Marley a superstar in that time? That was the idea from Esther and from you.
Yeah, because Esther was not only friends with Chris,
Mm-hmm.
but she was one of the original investors in Island.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think she had a big influence because she was already the star, this
Mm-hmm.
star in the movie world
Yeah, like
outside of Jamaica.
yeah, like
So he was
on the
able
second
to, sorry?
on the second cover from Catch a Fire, the Bob Marley with the spliff. That's the second cover, right? That's a Esther Anderson photo.
Yeah, that's Esther Anderson photo.
Yeah. Okay. And how about the one on Burning? Did you had collaboration on those two albums? Give the idea like for the name, for the color, the photos on those two albums.
No, I don't have any visual impact or
Hmm.
input.
On those two.
Esther took the burn-in,
Hmm.
uh, the photo that they made the burn-in from.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, she was taking pictures. I haven't seen all her pictures really, but I know she has some really great pictures.
Hmm. I thought you helped her on this documentary, the from the making of a legend from Esther Anderson. I thought you were like involved in the production or maybe photos, videos. No, no.
I mean, the documentary that Esther made.
Yeah.
So she used some video that I shot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she was with me when I shot it.
Mm-hmm.
And she claims it's hers, but
Yep.
I mean, she was there, but I shot physically.
Yep. You
Shot the
were
video.
right there. So you're part of it too. Like all these
Yeah,
photos that we see, it's not it's like who took the photo, or in this
anyway,
time
I have a book
yeah.
that just recently came out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I have the One Love book with the
No,
Roger Stephens.
no, I have a new book.
This was
I
released
haven't,
when?
like 2 months ago.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Gonna check it out.
Oh,
I need to buy it.
I thought that's why we're doing the podcast.
Well, I know about the book, but I don't have the book. I know the book, but I don't have it. I haven't bought it.
Yeah, it would be better if you, maybe we could continue this like next week or something, because then you would know what we can talk about.
Yeah, but I have a lot of questions that I can ask you, and there's a lot of good questions, like the "I Shot the Sheriff" song. We always talk about like the melody and the rhythm, but how about the lyrics? I read that you were involved on the lyrics too.
Only one line.
Oh.
I contributed one line,
Mm-hmm.
but I was writing down the lyrics as Bob was composing them on the beach.
Bull Bay?
No, it was in Hellshire.
Yeah. He used to live there, right? Bull Bay, before moving to Hopro.
Well, when I was there, Rita was building a house near Bull Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'd stay there quite often.
Yep.
I would sleep on the floor on the porch because there wasn't, extra bedroom or anything.
Yeah. Al Anderson, he say he slept on the floor too. You were with him? You have memories with him? With Al Anderson?
Yeah, of course.
You guys were living with Bob, sleeping on the floor?
I don't specifically remember Al sleeping on the floor, but it's totally possible.
Mm-hmm. Well, Al Anderson say that he slept on the floor.
That's very possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, do you know how it came the idea about the melody and the rhythms on "I Shot the Sheriff"? Because we always talk about the lyrics, and the lyrics are very powerful. But how about the rhythms? You were there when the idea came?
I was with Bob playing harmonica when he wrote the song.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. So, but by the time we know you booked some of gigs during the Catch a Fire tour, but
I booked the North American gigs.
yeah.
That's when Chris offered me if I wanted to do that job.
Mm-hmm.
And since my movie was falling apart, I was thinking, well, what am I going to do next? And I was thinking I might go back to Brazil and join the guerrilla, because there was a urban guerrilla fighting.
Yeah.
So I thought I might do that. But when Chris offered me this job, I thought, well, okay, this is really, I could really help. I could be part of making this cultural
Yep. I hear on your last podcast that you book a gig in New York, Max Kansas City, with um, to open for Bruce Springsteen. Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
I mean, when I booked the gig, it wasn't like I didn't know Bruce Springsteen was going to be on the bill with us.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to get us a gig there because
Mm-hmm.
that was a place where artists and musicians and kind of
We'll go. Yeah.
the cutting edge of culture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People would go there and it could start to create a buzz in the
Yep.
media, and we might get some reviews, and
Yep.
then it just, it just kind of was really fortunate that they put us on opening for Bruce, because that was right when Bruce's first album on Columbia Records was coming out, and it had tremendous hype.
Mm-hmm.
When he signed with Columbia, he got the biggest recording contract for a new artist in the
Ever.
history of the music business.
Wow.
So
In that
everyone needed to see him, and we were booked for a week,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of started the love affair that the press
Yep.
and media began to have with the Wailers.
Yeah, that was the main thing, right? The media and read on put them on the streets, on the New York Times on the streets, right? The Wailers play at the Max Kansas City. So that was the idea.
Yeah, because it was really almost impossible to get airplay on commercial radio,
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't fit into any genre.
Yeah.
It was a new kind of music,
Mm-hmm.
and black radio wouldn't play us because it didn't fit the format. It didn't sound like anything on black radio, and nobody knew what it was.
So in the U.S., it was so hard to play the reggae music on mainstream. It was kind of a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
I
But you
did
did it.
get to manage to get us on the biggest rock station in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
But San Francisco is, very progressive place.
This is where I live, San Francisco. Yep. Yeah. So.
And it had like a lot of great groups were, come up in the 60s.
Yeah. Like
Carlos
when the
Santana,
time
Grateful Dead.
I saw a few photos from you, the Sausalito record plan, right? It was on Halloween Day, and days before you guys play at the Matrix in San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So can you tell us the story? How was to book those gigs and then to play on the radio? Because I went to record there like 2 months ago, and I knew the radio was the most kind of the top 5 popular radios in Bay Area in San Francisco. So they that was another big hit, like doing that to put the Wailers on the radio, right? So you have a story for that?
Well, the station was KSAN, and KSAN had on Saturday night, they broadcast live groups playing at the record plant. So it was like a weekly thing.
Yep.
And San Francisco was really the first place to embrace the music in the U.S.
The reggae.
Yeah. And the gig at the Matrix was, at that time, the biggest gig that we played. I think it was maybe 800-900 people that it held. So that was the biggest show.
Yeah.
And I
You.
just,
Mm-hmm.
I sent the records to KSAN. There was a guy named Scott Peering
Mm-hmm.
who was booking and got hooked up with to do the record plant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the story. And they play it on Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it was great.
yeah, yeah, I was there like two months ago, and just to walk around, and then like, well, Bob Marley was here like 50 years ago.
They
Yeah.
also got us some gigs opening for Sly and the Family Stone.
You were there when they abandoned the Wailers?
That's not true.
It's not true. That's what they say on some websites or books or magazines. I read that.
They
I don't,
did not
you have the true
abandon us.
story.
They did not. That's not how it happened.
No.
I managed to get us the gigs.
Mm-hmm.
But we were never supposed to do their whole tour.
Mm-hmm.
It was only like, I don't know, 6 or 7 shows that we were booked on.
Yeah.
And then the stories about the Wailers blowing
Oh yeah.
Sly and the Family Stone
Uh-huh.
away, and that's why they didn't want us. That's totally not true. But it was not great gigs for us because, like, if that had happened like 3 years earlier,
Mm-hmm.
because Sly and the Family Stone were playing for white audiences
Mm. Yeah.
before that, and they were huge, and they were incredible,
Mm-hmm.
and they were one of the first bands to have white people and black people in the band.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
So they, and there was another band called Paul Butterfield Blues Band.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They were the two bands in the late 60s that had black people and white people in the same band.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what happened was Sly canceled 2 tours.
Mm.
So when that happened, the white promoters wouldn't book him anymore.
Just left them there.
So he made an R&B record,
Mm-hmm.
and he had an R&B hit,
Mm-hmm.
a hit R&B single.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So he was able to get black promoters because he had this hit single
Mm-hmm.
to book
Yeah.
them,
Yep.
in big venues. But the problem was, if we had been playing
Mm-hmm.
a couple of years before for those white audiences,
Ah,
like at,
different story. Yeah.
Fillmore East, we would have had a really good reception.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Yeah.
black audience, because we had already, we had some press,
Mm-hmm.
and people were starting in the
Yeah.
rock world.
Yeah.
But black audience didn't know completely didn't know anything about us.
Yeah.
And they were polite. We didn't get booed off the stage, but they were completely indifferent. And the
Mm-hmm.
Wailers came out, in jeans and clothes they were wearing on the street. And Sly was coming out with headdresses and snakes and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
incredible costumes and playing R&B.
Mm-hmm. It was
So,
two different things for the audience, right?
yeah, so
It didn't work.
people, yeah, it wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't working for us.
Yep.
And it wasn't helping Sly to get more people
Correct.
to pay.
Yep.
But we did not blow Sly away,
No,
and Sly did not abandon us. And
that's a lie. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's I knew that those stories, but nah. I actually, now that I remember, I read that the fans were not like into Wailers, like kind of, it was a new thing, as you say. So Now I remember that I read that on a book. I have so many books I don't remember all of them, but yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they didn't know how to react to us. I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't like this is bad and we got booed off the stage. It was just like we don't know what this is. How are we supposed to? What are we supposed to do?
hmm So you were there when the Wailers hired Joe Hicks, because when you start working with Bob, Bunny Wailer left the tour in Europe, right? You knew something like what happened, like we're missing one Bunny, one Wailer, or because you didn't know Bunny, right? Because that's when you met Marley in New
Yeah,
York. hmm
no. When the Burning Tour happened, I knew Bunny really well.
hmm
I
And Joe
was in
Hicks
the
was there, right? I remember.
I was in the studio
hmm
with them when they were recording Burning.
Oh yeah.
And we used to run, we used to train on the beach at Bull Bay.
Mm-hmm.
By Bunny. Bunny lived right on the beach. And we used to, drink fish tea
Mm-hmm.
and then run up the mountain to the King
Yeah.
River. But I was seeing Bunny every day.
Yeah.
But I was seeing Joe Higgs every day. And we had become really good friends. In fact, I am a co-writer
Mm-hmm.
on on the title track
Mm-hmm.
of his first album,
Mm-hmm.
Life of Contradictions.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
Yep.
when Bunny didn't want to go on tour, I suggested to Bob that Joe replace him
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so that they would be able to do the harmonies.
And that's when you start the Burning tour, right?
So Joe went on the Burning tour.
Mm-hmm. There's a popular footage video. Now it's full. Actually, it's on Amazon. The Marley family released it
I
in
actually directed it.
the Capitol Records, or
Yeah, I co-directed it myself and Leon Russell. We directed it.
wow. Okay. Yeah, the Capitol Records. Joey Higgs is there, and they're like smoking, and yeah, I bought the DVD from Europe because they don't sell it in the US because it's on Amazon for the copyright thing. So, but it's great. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you were just
directed
right
it with
there. How?
I directed it with Leon Russell,
Oh, okay.
which was,
See.
I was a huge fan of Leon, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
I,
was excited to work with him.
cool story. I didn't know like you were like directed. But
Yeah, I
cool
did. I
fact.
arranged it with Denny Cordell.
Mm-hmm.
Had a record label, Shelter Records, with Leon. They were partners. And
Mm-hmm.
Chris made an introduction to Denny. And Bob and I went out to Malibu
Mm-hmm.
to meet Denny. And Denny suggested Shelter had just bought the state-of-the-art video truck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Denny suggested that we shoot a live performance at Capitol Records.
Mm-hmm.
Shelter had a relationship with Capitol because they were distributing Shelter
Yep.
and they were distributing Island.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easy for them to facilitate it.
Yep. Wow.
And they had the state-of-the-art truck and they had multiple cameras. And Leon took some of the cameras and I took some of the cameras and
Mm,
we directed together from the truck.
cool
And
fact. Wow.
for me, it was really exciting. I mean, I had experience from, before all this, I was a conceptual artist, and it was kind of the beginning of video.
Mm-hmm.
So I had
That's
experience with it.
like kind of
So
backstage, getting prepared. That was
yeah,
amazing.
so I
That
was like
footage.
ready. I was so ready to do this.
Yeah.
And totally excited to be
Yeah.
working with Leon.
Yep.
Who, I just thought the world of Leon. He was such a genius. And he was
So
so, into the music. So it was great.
in that time, you felt like happy about what you were doing, like because you were young and then helping like a new band kind to introduce this reggae new genre on the US. Like you play a very important part in reggae history, right? Not maybe not
I
a lot of
felt
people
like I
know,
was
but you
doing
you you
something.
did those important gigs, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt I was doing something really important.
Hmm.
I felt like there wasn't anything like working on those tours, like arranging, like, just all like the detail stuff,
Hmm.
arranging the visas and booking the hotels and renting cars and
Wow.
getting gigs in clubs and driving around trying to find herb in each city.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
I mean, we had no money. There was a lot of tension, a
So I,
lot
I
of,
was gonna ask you this. I have this question here. It's been said that those tours were like a promotional tour, like they were not getting pay. That was one of the reasons why Bunny Wailer left the band. That's why it's been said, right? That the band wasn't getting paid, but the little money that was you were guys earning, it was more for the hotels, the maybe like.
no, it did not cover. It did not cover our expenses.
So how was the situation? What you guys were
The,
doing? Like,
the record company, Island Records, paid the difference
okay,
and,
okay,
and paid everybody $200 a week.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
And the food and the hotels, and because the gigs weren't covering
yeah,
the expenses.
yeah. So as like records, what they were paying, and then from that money you were like touring, something like that, right?
Yeah, so there was no money.
Wow.
There was just,
Trying to
there.
get the
I had to
music
drive
out.
the station wagon and carry the instruments, and we had another roadie who was helping that Island put.
Mm-hmm.
And but I mean, and there was a lot of tension, between Peter and Bob, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really understand that tension until after
Yeah.
the Naughty Dread tour, um, when I
Yeah.
got together with Peter, and then it was like, wow, now I understand where the tension was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But it was hard. I mean, it was really rough on Peter.
Yeah. It was like a very negative atmosphere. What was the tension there? There's a lot of
So
stories, but in your opinion.
yeah, so after the Naughty Dread tour, I got a call from Peter's partner, girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
She said, Peter would really like for you to hear these songs.
Mm-hmm.
And she was amazing. He had this amazing girlfriend, partner, really.
Yep.
In fact, the Burning Tour, which Bunny refused to go on,
Mm-hmm.
Peter said he would not go on the tour unless Yvonne came,
Mm-hmm.
which meant extra expense.
Yeah.
Not extra hotel room, but it was an extra mouth to feed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Island agreed,
Yeah.
but
And that's
he
when.
would not have come. So
Mm-hmm.
that would have been the end
Yeah.
right there, because I don't know how he would have done it just with Joe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It
So.
wouldn't have really been like the Wailers,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because it wasn't
So.
Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and the main reason for banning was like the money, and it was cold. It was like it wasn't like a Rasta thing to do, like a right thing to do, touring the world on strip clubs. That's a version from Bunny.
That's Bunny's version.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Bunny's version.
So okay. So what
Also,
why
Bunny was afraid of flying, so
yeah.
I think that had to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but he
Mm-hmm.
was dreadfully, no pun intended, afraid of being on an airplane.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And I think that had something to do with it.
Yeah. Okay. That
Although he never said that, but
that makes sense. That makes sense because he never toured a lot. He never toured a lot. So if you're saying that, it makes sense. Like maybe it was that.
I don't know absolutely that was it, but
Well,
I think that was it, to tell you the truth.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I don't know that for a fact. Anyway,
Yeah.
when
So
when
mm-hmm.
I went to see Peter and Yvonne, and Peter sat there with his acoustic guitar
Mm-hmm.
that I helped him pick out. Oh, that was such a beautiful guitar.
Yep.
He played me 30 songs,
Wow.
which were basically the
Mm-hmm.
first two albums, Legalize It and Equal Rights.
Equal rights.
A-
Yep. You
And
were there on both. I know you were on Legalize It. Actually, that's your photo, right? Mm-hmm.
I produced the album with Peter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We spent a year and a half producing that record,
Mm-hmm.
different parts of the world.
Yep.
But that's when I realized where the tension was coming from between him and Bob,
Mm-hmm.
because he only had a couple of songs on Catch a Fire and Burnin',
Yep.
and he had all these songs written.
Oh. And they were
So
not put it on the record or didn't want it to record them.
they didn't go on the record on
Okay.
either, just a few songs.
So there was
So
more like a Iceland record
Chris,
idea. Chris Blackwell, maybe commercial purpose.
I don't know why Peter didn't have more songs. I
Mm-hmm.
do not know.
Yeah.
I do know
Mm-hmm.
that Chris's concept for the Wailers was that they were to be a band,
Mm-hmm.
not a trio, singing trio.
A band.
And that Carly and Family Man would be part of this band called the Wailers.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw his vision was that they were like a Jamaican Rolling Stones.
Mm. Oh, okay.
And he saw Bob as the Mick Jagger and Peter as the Keith Richards.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep.
And that there should be like a front man
Yeah.
who would help to promote the thing.
But
It
didn't
wasn't
work.
that it wasn't that Chris thought less of Peter.
Yeah.
Okay. It was that he felt that there should be that it should be a band,
Mm-hmm.
but there needed to be like a front man
Mm-hmm.
initially to break the man commercially.
Yeah.
But Peter had all these songs and he wasn't making any money. And he had
Mm-hmm.
done 2 tours, England, the US, no money.
Catch a fire burning, no money.
They did not sell.
Mm.
And no possibility of earning any publishing money.
Yeah.
Bob had Eric Clapton cover I Shot the Sheriff.
You knew the idea how it came that I Shot the Sheriff cover because during the Burning tour, there's no live recording that the Wailers never play I Shot the Sheriff. By what I know and what I see
Is that true?
on the live recordings on YouTube, um, it was like a commercial plan for to offer that song to Eric Clapton, or Eric Clapton came to Bob and Chris to play the
He
song.
heard it on the
You-
Burning album,
Oh, okay.
and it came through Leon Russell
Mm-hmm.
because Clapton took this band, which was Leon had been living in Nashville, but he was from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he moved back to Tulsa when they started Shelter Records. And they bought a church,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful church. They bought the church and they
Mm-hmm.
made a recording studio in it.
On the church.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. They called it the church.
Mm-hmm.
It was fantastic. And Clapton, whose career had gone down, he
Yeah.
hired the house band
Mm-hmm.
from the church,
Mm.
which was Leon's house band,
Yep.
which was Carl Rado and Jamie Oldecker.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
And from Leon and Denny,
Mm-hmm.
they were really into the Wailers. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Carl Rado, the bass player, was like the head of that band.
Mm-hmm.
He suggested the song that they do it to Eric, and then we do that song.
Mm-hmm.
And they recorded 30 songs for that album.
Mm.
And that song became the single and
Number
kind
one.
of resurrected Clapton's career.
Yeah. Yeah. And it hit number one Billboard list in the US, right? Number one. So when that happened, about like how successful was the I Shot the Sheriff hit, you saw like a difference in how the Wailers and Bob Marley and the Wailers were going with that hit. That helped in some way, right? To maybe to get money and to give
Well,
a
it
little
helped
name to
Bob
Bob,
get
right?
some money. It didn't help Peter.
That was the
Bob
problem.
was the writer.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Peter had all these songs. It was
Yeah.
making no money, 2 tours, 2 albums, no money. And the frustration of an artist who had these genius songs and no way to bring those songs to the world.
Yeah.
So when he asked me to help him, I mean, I was blown away by the songs. And this is after the Naughty Dread album.
So
and the
that
Naughty
was
Dread
your
tour.
reason to left the band after Naughty Dread to go on the project with this legalized album?
Well, on the Naughty Dread tour, I
Yeah.
was playing on 2 songs.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob had this manager who didn't want me there.
Mm.
And I felt like, okay, we're playing in Central Park and there's 15, 20,000 people. I felt like I did my job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the
And-
Jaffe Festival. Yeah.
And I had realized some life goal
Mm-hmm.
by getting to play on that record and playing live on those dates
Mm-hmm.
as a harmonica player.
Yeah. So you didn't went to the travel to the European leg at the Lyceum. You were not there by that time.
No.
You left after US leg, right?
Yeah. In fact, I left after the New York show because Bob's new manager did not want me there. And it was
Oh.
really like,
Yeah.
it was creating really bad vibes. But
That was Don Taylor.
I mean, I
Don
wanted
Taylor.
to be there for New York because that's my hometown. And,
Yeah.
And once I did that and I saw us playing for that many people, I felt like I did my job.
Yep.
And I got to play in front of my hometown in New
Yep.
York City
Yep.
on
And
stage with the
Bob
greatest
Marley,
band in the world.
one of the best.
And okay, now I can go back and be an artist again.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
But then I got the call from Yvonne and Peter.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, well, okay. And I'd been through all this struggle with Peter
Mm-hmm.
on those 2 tours. And then realizing like, and also now Bob was starting to break through commercially.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I felt like, okay, Peter has these songs, Bob is breaking through. Someone's going to want to sign Peter with these songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Legalize came. One of the best. Yep.
So I said, okay, I'll do that.
All right.
I'll help you. I
So
mean, I had to say yes. How could I say no?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we finished with a Natty Red tour. So we're gonna go more on Peter Tosh, and our friend Cesar, he has a few questions from those times. Cesar, si le dices la primera pregunta.
Can we continue this?
Yes, Cesar, he's gonna ask you in Spanish, and I will gonna translate. He has a few random questions for you.
Because I'm kind of talked out right now. Can we continue this?
Yes, we can continue to right now, or
not now.
Now, let's do it. Yeah.
No, I'm saying I'm talked out. I'm tired.
Oh, okay. So we can do it maybe the second part then with our friends.
Yeah.
Because they have 5 questions, each of them kind of random questions, and then
so I can do whenever you want to do it.
Perfect. Thank you. And this will be the part 1, and then we can do the part 2 with them.
But I would really like you to read my book.
I'm gonna read it. I have your book. I'm a big fan of you, Bob Marley, and
the new book.
Yeah, the new one.
New book.
I will buy it, and I will give a huge promotion with my friends on Facebook groups. We're gonna put your book everywhere. So
because you're going to want to think about the questions. After you read the book.
Yeah.
I have some more questions.
All right.
But I have like 1 hour, and then I get tired.
Okay. So
the next one we could do another hour. It's fine.
We can do 1 more hour now. Yeah.
Not now. I said I get tired.
Then
after 1 hour, I can't talk about this anymore.
Next week,
but I can do a whole other one for another hour.
Perfect. With our friends from Argentina, Roberto and Cesar.
Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Jaffe. This will be the part 1. Thank you for being with us and accept this invitation.
You're going to put some music with it?
No music. It's subtitles, and I'm going to edit the video and just for YouTube.
So you're not going to put some music?
Oh, right now?
No. When you put it on YouTube, when you edit, you're going to use some music clips, right?
Yeah, maybe like an intro. I can put those.
And like in the background and...
Yeah, at the beginning, kind of in the middle.
We're talking about I Shot the Sheriff, or we're talking about...
Correct.
Roadblock. You put some music to go with my voice, with my talk, with our talking.
Yep.
That would be...
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, okay. See you next time.
Also, after you see the book, if you want to use some photos in the podcast, in the video, I send you the photos. Decide which one. You can use dissolves, and you have Peter and you have Bob.
All right. Yeah. They had a good questions. They had a good questions like the Jackson 5 tour in Jamaica.
I have a Jackson 5 photos. You can put those in.
Yep.
Take a look at the book. I can also send you a PDF.
Yep. Send them to my email. You have my email, and we keep in touch. And I'm just gonna double check the book.
And then you can see which pictures you'd like to use.
Mhm.
I send them to you.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
And our next episode with our friends next time. Thank you, Mr. Lee Jaffe.
Okay.
Gracias.
Just,
Gracias, Mr.
just
Lee.
give me
Lee.
a week in advance and we'll schedule.
No problem. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. One love.
One love.
Adiós.
Ciao.
Bless.
Bueno, hermanos, no hay mucho que decir. Ya está viejito. O sea, sí ven cómo batallaba. Cuando le dije que llegamos al final, porque le dije que íbamos, ya que se terminara el Nati Dread cuando se fue, que ya nos íbamos a mover a las preguntas con ustedes y que ya no puede hablar y que... Pero que sí, no hay problema. Otra hora. Y ustedes van a hacer la otra hora, pues ahora sí que ustedes... ¿verdad? Sí.
Sí, mucho no le entendía por la voz, el acento ya de viejito, me costaba entenderle cómo pronunciaba ya.
Sí, ya después de media hora yo miré como que sí, o sea, sí, su voz estaba media rara, ¿no? Sí, no sé, estaba
Sí.
sufriendo, no sé para hablar, ¿no?
Sí. No, y di que nos las dio porque sí, ya se ve que ya está grande, ya está cansado.
Sí.
7-6.
Se lo ve.
¿Sigue grabando o ya cortaste?
No cortó.